Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
It is Tuesday, and all of our guests today, including Ian Furness, who we're trying to connect with here, brought to you by the Vancouver Giants. Giants' next home game, Rick, it's a big one. Pay attention here. This Saturday, December 14th, 7 p.m., Teddy Bear Toss Night, Giants versus Victoria. Also on Sunday, it's another family Sunday when Tri-City visits the LAC, 4 p.m. puck drop, and stick around after for a post-game skate. A holiday tradition.
I love the Teddy Bear Ted night, or Teddy Bear night.
The Teddy Bear Ted night's coming up later. I think that's in February.
Teddy Bear night is just a really fun thing in junior. Really fun.
Well, not always.
Why?
There was a brawl on the weekend, wasn't there, during our last week?
I saw that.
Somewhere. Where was that? Was that in Ontario?
Moose Jaw? Huh?
Where was
Ontario?
We'll figure it out. Head to VancouverGiants.com to get single game tickets, flex packs, and more. We got Ian yet, Ryan? No? Yes?
Sorry, he's just joining right now. I'm doing too many things.
Okay. In the meantime, we talked about finding out in a matter of moments whether or not indeed Thatcher Demko is going to hit the ice for the Canucks morning skate and start tonight. We're still waiting on that. But JT Miller, Rick, on the ice. It's Jeff Patterson has tweeted this out. He's back on the ice with the Canucks. We don't know if this is actually with the Canucks or by himself before the Canucks hit the ice.
Yeah,
there's a photo.
Injured guys go out there, Donnie, beforehand. But we do have video, Noah Strang of JT Miller back skating with the Canucks. This is his first time with the team.
We got that? Yeah, I know you're doing a million things. But
yeah, this is JT Miller at game day skate this morning. This is a huge sign. Obviously, he's close. We know at some point this week he's going to return to the Vancouver Canucks. His first practice will be tomorrow, Don. I don't know if he plays Thursday against Florida, maybe on Saturday. But the Canucks are getting some good news with Miller, Demko. They're starting to get healthier. The only guy really out long-term right now, Donnie, is going to be Hronek. That's it. I think Forbert's getting close, too.
Yep. So you get Miller back. You get Demko back, maybe. But if indeed they do come back this week, then you get a better taste of what a lot of people would describe as the real Canucks.
The real Canucks.
And if they continue on the path they're on now, they can't win at home. And the record is actually way better than you think, given all the negative news surrounding.
They're above 500.
But that's a better test. And if they continue to, if you want to use the word struggle, maybe then you see a trade in the near future.
Yeah.
How are we doing with Ian? Good. Man, high maintenance. There's guys in Seattle. I'm telling
horrible.
From KGR Sports Radio and the Kraken Hockey Network, Ian Furness joining us now. How are you, sir?
Gentlemen, I make you a priority. Like, I've got other stuff going on in my world, and I had, we got, basically we have socialist medical care in the States these days as well. And I told the doctor I got to get out. I got to be done with this because I got to get on with Donnie and Dolly. So here I am.
Oh, wow. We're ahead of your doctor. I'm privileged.
Wow.
Hey, what happened? What happened? 4 straight wins for the Seahawks. They beat Arizona 30-18, beat the Cardinals twice in 3 weeks. What happened to the team that looked like it was falling apart, a few weeks ago? Not that long ago, anyway.
It's the bye week. Like they go to bye week, they're 4-5, and they're just like floundering. And just a week to maybe reset, especially the defense. The defense has been tremendous. Mike McDonald is supposed to be a defensive guru, a great defensive mind. And, they said it would take a while for the communication that they use. It's really complicated what they do. They change things a lot. They give you a zone look. They'll go drop in a man. Just like all the complexities of what his defense is. And they said it would take a bit. And honestly, it did. And now they seem to have it going on defense, and then the offense is doing just enough along the way. The offensive line made some changes, and they're looking good there as well. So honestly, guys, it's they caught San Francisco with a couple injuries. The 2 wins against the Cardinals were huge. They were massive, yeah. But honestly, I think it just took a little while, and here we are. I mean, they're still a long ways from getting the playoffs. It feels like a 2-team race with them and the Rams, but boy, they're a whole different team than they were before the bye week.
Before we go any further, I apologize. Everything okay? You said you've seen your doctor.
No. We're all good. It's I don't know how your insurance works. Our insurance down here, you gotta you have to go do a physical every year and all that stuff, and it's got to be coded a certain way and all that. Here it is December. Let Ian wait till the end, and it's not like I don't go see her every now and then. You got some meds for this, meds for that, but what they actually consider a physical, you go in there, poked, prodded, and all that. And then she wanted to talk about the Kraken for a while and some other stuff, and I'm like looking at my watch, going, "Hey, man, like I've got Donnie and Dolly to do here. Am I good? Am I going to be around? Am I going to be around for another year?" And the answer was probably. Wasn't definitive, but it was probably. So here I am with you guys.
Right after the rubber glove.
We love you.
We're really privileged. We're second in line.
If you can't, well, you know what? With the rubber glove, that's never a good thing. But anyway, here we are.
Yeah. Hey, Zach, this is difficult, but we're going to make a segue here. Zack Charbonnet, 134 yards rushing in place of Kenneth Walker. What does that say about him? What does it say about the offensive line, which was getting all sorts of criticism not that long ago?
Well, I think it says more about the offensive line, Donnie, than it does about Zack Charbonnet. Because if you look at the runs, now he had some good reads. He looked explosive at times, which he has never honestly looked like in his career here. He had his best game as a pro without a question. But the offensive line played a lot better. That's a bad front seven for Arizona. Make no mistake about it. They've got a really good defensive player in the secondary named Budda Baker. He's from Bellevue, but went to UW. But outside of him, they're kind of a bunch of nobodies. And they took advantage of it. Satao Lamea is now the right guard from Utah. He was a late-round draft pick. He was a healthy scratch, hockey term, for most of the early part of the season, and they put him in at right guard. He's been really good for them, and he busted open some holes along the way. The touchdown run, the long 51-yard run as well, the other touchdown run. But they schemed it up, and Charbonnet took advantage. I would just say this: I would not go as far as to say that Charbonnet. Let me take a step back. Charbonnet had a great day. Take nothing away from him. Ken Walker would have had that same day, if not more, because he's just more talented. So I'd say it's more the offensive line than Charbonnet.
All right, Ian, let's talk about your hockey club. What a road trip. Beat the Rangers. First win in Madison Square ever. Huge win in Carolina. Beat the Islanders. Only a 1-goal loss to the Devils. That was quite a road trip there, Ian.
Well, doesn't every team from the West go out there and win 3 or 4 in that kind of swing? That just happens all the time, guys. I don't make it sound like it's a big deal. I mean, that's no. They're a Jekyll and Hyde team, fellas. Yeah. They can look so good at times, and then other times you're like, wow. I mean, what was that I just saw? Goaltending's key. Grubauer wasn't great Friday in New Jersey, and they lost that game. And, I don't want to pin it on him, but and then, he comes back. He's got to play Sunday because Decord gets food poisoning and gives up, maybe if it wasn't the softest goal of the year in the NHL, it was close to it. And you're down 1-0. You're like, oh, my gosh. They take a 3-1 lead against the Rangers, and you know how it is back there. The Blue Shirts, people go nuts. They just made the Trouba trade. First game after that, they're like, everyone's losing their mind. Rangers come back and tie it. Kraken go up 3-3 and or 6-3 rather, and then somehow hold on for a 7-5 win. It was a weird game because I think if we talk this year, most of the time when they have success, I tell you, wow, Joey Decord was great. Like that was like he just goalied the other team. Decord was okay. Like in Carolina, they only allowed 2 shots on goals, and the shot attempts were sub 50 in that game total. So they've found some things. Shane Wright's been fantastic. They've juggled the lines a ton. I think they've settled on some things now with Eberle out. But I'll tell you this, the biggest thing is, and I think I honestly believe this, because he's in Seattle, we're out here out west. I know a lot of talk out there I see about Quinn Hughes and is he an MVP candidate, not just a Norris candidate? And the answer is probably yes, right? But whereas Quinn Hughes probably doesn't get his just due from the NHL media nationally, Vince Dunn doesn't either. He is an absolute difference maker on the back end. He's an impact player. Everything they do starts on the blue line with the breakout. And when you have Dunn, Montour, both in the lineup and healthy in your top 4, and your third pair includes Will Borgen and Riker Evans, who's having an unreal year, kid from Regina of the Dub. I mean, they're really good. Their back end, I dare say, I'm not sure if I'd trade it for many, 6s in the league. It's up front where they've had issues, and they're starting to get contributions from guys. They're going to be a team that scores by committee. But Bjorkstrand had a 4-point night the other night. He's been, he got healthy scratched since then. I think he's got points in like 10 or 12 games, and about 14 points in those games. Shane Wright has got a nice little streak going, a point streak going. He's only 20. He's really become a factor. So they're playing well. Now, all that said, they get a team tonight that's pretty good at hockey. Panthers from Florida. You might have heard of them. I guess they're pretty good. Mm-hmm. So that's your reward for coming home on a 3-1 road trip back east. You get the Panthers, Bruins, and Tampa Bay this week.
Yeah, good to hear about Shane Wright. I know the Kraken have been waiting a significant amount of time for him to get things going. Before I let you go, how privileged are you? I think I knew this, but you tweeted it out. You're a Heisman voter.
Yeah, it's cool.
And you should be.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. We joke on this all the time. I think it's the coolest thing I'm able to do. Now, there's a bunch of us across the country. They regionalize it. They give X number of votes per region. Like I'm in the Northwest region. But they asked me. I guess this is the third year I've done it. And, we talked a lot of college football on our show. Mm-hmm. I take it serious. I don't know about you guys and Rick, you probably, especially in the day, and maybe Donnie have had, votes for various awards in the NHL and stuff. But I really bristle when I see people in our profession that have a vote for anything, MVP for a league or whatever. And they, baseball writers in the Hall of Fame is my biggest beef. Like they just, they try to sit on the throne being holier than thou, but I take it serious. I watch a ton of college football, and if I can't watch it with Kraken stuff, I tape games. I watch every highlight. I go back, watch, as much as I can, and I take it pretty serious. And I think it's an honor, man. I really do. I think it's also a big responsibility. So, yeah, it's a cool thing.
Do you honestly think any league, any sports association would allow Rick or I to vote on awards? Yeah. I mean, thanks for the compliment, but I'm sorry, it's just not happening yet.
Not happening.
Well, they let me vote on the Heisman, so I figure if that bar gets set that low, then you guys would have to be like next thing you know, you're gonna have a Hart, Norris, and every other vote imaginable for you guys. I think. And honestly, like, why would you not? I'm sitting on hold listening to you breaking down JT Miller skating backwards for God's sake.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys should have a vote. It's there's people. Oh, you'll like this. You got 2 seconds? Can I tell you this one?
Sure.
Now, this is the one where you don't always take it serious. I took it serious, but I get an email last week from NHL PR, and they're doing like a all quarter century team for every team in the NHL. Mm-hmm. So I had to vote on that for the Kraken.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're 3 years and 2 months into the season. Like, let me think. Like, it was like I got like 2 forwards and like 4 defensemen, and I put Joey DeCord down, and I'm like, God, I still got to fill out another goalie, 3 more defensemen, and 4 more forward. Like, what am I doing here? Like, that one I may not have taken this. I mean, I took it serious. Like, what are you going to do? It's pretty easy. It's, like Jared McCann, by the way, I can tell you this. I can't tell you my Heisman vote, but I did vote Jared McCann on the Kraken all quarter century team.
Well, there you
go. Former
go.
Canuck.
Yeah. That one still hurts for Vancouver hockey fans. By the way, Delaney's OK Tire and Langley inbox. A lot of people informing us that doctors during a physical don't use a rubber glove. They use a latex glove. If they used a rubber glove, you wouldn't be doing this hit with us, or your voice would be a lot higher. We'll talk to you next week, Ian.
Lovely parting shot, and you know what? I love your viewers. They're awesome. See you, boys.
Okay.